Can prove biblically that Jesus is God. There are, multiple scriptures where that someone can use to make a case for the fact that the scripture teaches that Jesus is God. And because there are many, I just want to do a quick fire short series, maybe about 10 series of 2 minute scriptures that says Jesus is God. So for today, or for this part, we're going to look at John chapter 20 from verse 26 to 28. Now, the background to this story was in the book of John. Jesus had died and had resurrected and started appearing to the people, but he appeared to the disciples, and Thomas was not there. So when the when the fellow disciples told Thomas and said, Thomas, the Lord had appeared unto us, he felt like, except I see him with my eyes and I thrust my hand into the injuries, the wound that was inflicted on him on the cross, I will not believe. So on another occasion, Thomas was with them. Jesus then appeared unto them. And then from verse 26, we read, and after 8 days, again his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Jesus, the door being shut, and stood in the midst, and said, Peace be unto you. Then said he to Thomas, having heard, he wasn't there when Thomas was speaking, but he knew what Thomas said. Said he to Thomas, reach either thy finger and, behold my hands, and reach either thy hand and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless, but believing. And Thomas answered and said unto him, My Lord and my God. My Lord and my God. And Jesus said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. So Thomas said, My Lord. Now that Lord was not even written with capital L and then small letter O-R-D. It is full L-O-R-D, capital letter, uppercase. Now what this means for people who may not be familiar with the style of the King James Version is that this refers to Yahweh. This means God himself, the very God of the very God, like the Nicene Creed will later come to say. So here you would have expected, Jesus to respond immediately and say, hey, I'm not God. This is the disciple that he had taught for 3 solid years, or maybe a little less. And after the resurrection, Thomas is now saying, my Lord and my God. And Jesus said, because you see me risen, now you believed. What did Thomas believe? Thomas believed that he is the Lord, he is his Lord, and he is God. So Jesus was affirming what Thomas believed. Jesus could have immediately said, oh no, don't call me Lord, don't call me God, I'm just a messenger sent to you, or just whatever someone might think, or I'm just, no, none of that. He said, because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are people who will not be able to see me physically, in the sense of, okay, I'm going to ascend,